Hello everyone and welcome back to part 27 of the Romulan Klingon D7 battle cruisers. Today we're going to work on the putting the decals on the base for the Romulan ship, so let's go take a look. Well, welcome back everybody. I decided to do a little shoot on doing the base for the Romulan D7. I don't know if I don't remember exactly how much I did for the Klingon version. The Klingon version pretty much is similar. I just took, on that one I just took just the black dome, did the switch and the power jack cutouts, and I just sprayed it with a silver and then put a clear over it. This one here, I did the same thing, but I did a burnt, what is it called? Burned, or a flat burned-ish amber by Rust-Oleum's Metallics. So that worked really good, and it has a silver in it just to give it something different than the Klingon version. And on the Klingon version I did the old decals that are for this Romulan ship. I put I believe on the front and back I did the Klingon, logo thing with the star thing, and then I did on front and back, and then I did those sayings that are on the wings of the ship. I put those on each side there. This one, like I said, I got these decals for the Romulan Warbird, and he gave me a sheet of these symbols. These you'll see on the Romulan Warbird. They're real small. I think one's up on the head of the ship and two are somewhere else, or I'm not sure exactly, but I know they're on the ship. I believe they're up on the head area. Where are you? Yeah, there's one right there on the nose. And I'm not sure if there's ones elsewhere on the ship, or is it just on the head there? Looks like it's just, from the quick pictures here, it's just on the head there. I don't know. There is a decal. Yeah, most of all this ship decal is all windows, which I'm going to see how I can either drill all those out or something. Lay the decals down and then just drill. And I could always pull the decals up. Yeah, I guess that's the only place that this bird is on the Warbird. But it's kind of I don't know if it's something they've used throughout all the whole timeline, or is that more of a next generation symbol. But I thought it was still, since it's a Romulan symbol, I thought it would still be at least cool to carry that symbol onto the base. And I needed something for the base, and it worked. And he gave me a whole sheet of like 10 of these. And if I'll probably use these on the base for the Warbird as well. But I'm thinking, at least two. I was thinking just one, but I think I might do one on the front and one on the back side. I was thinking on the sides, but I don't know. I just think it would look more like plaquish. Yeah, but then it would look kind of cool like that on the sides, and the ship sitting here. But I think the best, since the ship's probably going to be more displayed frontish or tilt turning, so you can see the front and the side, I think this would be the best way to go. And to give a little more something back here where the switch and the power jack is, I will do the back. And I think I'll do the back first because it'll give me the good center line, because I'm going to try to line this right in between the two, because it's going to cover, the jack's going to cover, so that's why I had to pull the power jack and the switch out. Plus I wanted to get this pipe out, so this part of the point's going to have to go down into because I got to use the wings as a point of, that's as far down as I can go, and then use that center line here to kind of guide it, and then that point will go in there, and then when the tube's on there, that'll, you know, that'll work. So guess there's nothing to it but to do it and see how these decals work. This is the first time you messing with the decals from Hack Jacks. I didn't go overly crazy and try to get into all these because they're, like I said, they're a printed home, you know, they're not a factory manufactured decal, so you do have to cut. There's no die cutting, so you do have to do your own cutting to get it close. But I figured on this base it's not going to matter, and I'll put a gloss coat on it, and hopefully everything will be good. And I forgot to set up myself up a paper towel. One right here. I always keep them by, but still make sure we get it soaked. And I don't know, this will be my first one of these to see how it reacts. Okay, now yeah, that decal softened up really quick, so let's give it a whirl. Nothing to it but to do it. Oh, I wonder if before we get a little bit of burrs here, which don't matter when the switch goes on, but it might make the decals sit a little funny. I can break them off there, just nothing major. Okay, let's get a little bit of, I like to use a soapy water, just mild soap, nothing, and not a lot, just a little bit. Kind of helps the decal move around and not want to stick. Breaks that water tension is what I believe what it's doing. That's also, I heard, it's a good thing to do if you're diluting paints for washes with water. You just put a drop of soap in there because it breaks that water tension, so when you put your wash on, it doesn't want to do like water does and kind of moves away from things. So that's a little trick I learned. Now let's see how we can make this thing look. I think we'll push this way. And this thing's got some thickness to it. Came off really good. Yeah, she's got some thickness to it. And it's going to look really funky on this base. That's for sure right away. And judging by... And we're also doing a curve too. I got a little bit of a crease going on there. There we go. Now we want to get her up so that the wingtips look respectable and even. We also want her to point that way pretty even. Yeah, so we're dealing with a curve. I'm definitely going to have to use some solution because this is a thick decal. And so this is just like putting the head on the ship. Yeah, we got some really good creasing right there. How we look centered. Pretty good. I think the wings tips are helping at the center. But it's slowly smoothing itself out. That'll look cool. Yeah. The way you see the metallic flake through it's the blue and the green. The blue and the green here is almost transparent. So that makes you think, well, when you're putting it down on something, I might want to get a little more silvery on the next ship, like on the Warbird if I use these for the base. So it really brings the blue and green out, but I think it's kind of cool. Yeah. I don't know if just running some water over this will help it, but I definitely should take a Q-tip and try to squeege any water that's in there. Oop, I'm going to flip you out. Try to get you out. I think that already started helping the... Yeah, it did. tail feather is. And a lot of that's going to be covering that too, so that's good. Just keep spreading it out with the curve. Yeah, they're getting better already, so pretty decent decals from Hack Jacks, which I don't know if it's still going. If you look on Etsy, I don't know if it's still going by that, Hack Jacks, because I've seen the same decals and under a different, like, creative something. So they might have changed the name, or some of us might have took over the making of them or something. So I'm really looking forward to, I got decals for the Enterprise C, all that work and the grid stuff on the lower hull and everything. I got that. I got for both of my Enterprise Ds for all its Aztecing. And I think if they come off like this and looking like that, that's going to look really good. And it actually looks sharper on here than it does on here. This kind of look like they blew up that small image and blew it up. And it looked kind of blurry, but once it gets put down on here, it sharpens it right up. Maybe the way the black blends with what I did here. But that's looking good, and then I'll do my little solve solution, and then when these plop back in there, that'll look good. We'll have to cut them to make sure. And that's the one thing here, I want to make sure that's tugging. That's what I got. But I think most of the ridge of that will hide it. Alright, let's go with the next one. And I'll keep and now we have that one on the, where's the best place to grab this? I try to still grab a white spot so I don't leave like an imprint. These are the tweezers that hold themselves shut, and you gotta squeeze to open. I love these things. You don't have to concentrate on squeezing something closed. Do another run of water on here, see if that helps, and then we'll let it. And then maybe we'll try the solution. Help it set. Yeah, it's setting down really nice. And that tip will be gone when we put the post in. Oh yeah, I just pushed those creases, gone. That's all it is patience. Just keep wetting them. Especially once you got them, they're kind of sticking. Once you get them to that stage where you pushing and they don't want to slide, and that's just getting all the excess water out first, and then you can go in here and start concentrating. And it's just pushing on with the way it wants to go. That crease is showing you, if you pay attention, what's causing it to do it, what's making it fold. You know, if it's a little thicker here and narrower here, that means this part has to do that to smooth it out. And as you push, and you can push in different directions and it'll show. Like those I just pushed with the actual thing and it just smooshed them away. Yeah, and it's hugging down really good. Really happy. Yeah, so I definitely would, putting a big decal that's looked fairly thick paper. Onto this base, which I don't know, it wasn't probably even thought of that it was going on a dome. And I'm able to push all the creases out. It's a really good sign. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. there's a pretty nasty one there. I know it'll catch the light, but I think that and a little bit of my acrylic thinner, which seems to work great on decals, getting in the stick without overly, probably close to what microsolve is. I'm not really seeing the backing paper line work because I didn't cut those overly crazy. As you can see here, I didn't cut inside. I just did the shapes to try to, you know, kind of like they would die cut it. Alright, but let's get this one primed with some soapy water this way and see if we can get this other one down with the same ease. We'll find out. Right away, I want to get some extra water, so it'll move. And you are trying to do weird stuff like that. Put you over. Try to bring you up a little more. There we go. Start pulling the wings down. And those tips going off the edge. I mean, a little bit can. I don't mind for a little bit. That's a good way to check. I think we're pretty much there. Trying to get those to line up. So there. But then keep spreading everybody else out and making sure nothing moves. Pretty much there. We'll start. Now I should check it again. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Let's get the view out of the way. Yeah. Probably pull your hair. Yep. Oh, that looks so cool. It almost looks like a weird etching thing going on. I don't know if you can get it on camera. Yeah. And that'll look cool. Alright, so now it's just, well, we kind of got her pretty much stuck down. Hopefully. Still going to hold that top just to keep it from really, try to get this all to move. And I think this is going to work as nice as the other ones because I pretty much got rid of everything already. solution. Then I'll let this dry for a bit. You don't want to clear it until you know that that moisture is all evaporated out from underneath it. But that's it, man. It's looking good. Very happy. Yeah. Wow. Really good quality decals that I can smooth these things out this quick on a dome. And a big, you know, pretty nice sized decal with crazy, you know, bird-like shapes. Oh, that's going to be so nice once it gets cleared. There it is. I am so happy with that. It's not even funny. Let's see if I can... Yeah, that looks great. That definitely brought something to that stand. Oh, and the colors are so, like, deep. Wow. Yeah, so there she is. I figured I'd show you that. I'll come back in a sec and we'll put it back together. Okay, everybody, here she is all decaled and got some coats of clear. It came out really cool, and the colors came out better than I thought they would. I figured it would get all blackened out, but nope. So I'm happy with that. You can see the blue and the green. The blue in there and the green over here. Both sides, but we got to put the switch and everything else back in here, so start doing that. Alright, but what we should do, because the decal went right over the holes, we should cut those decals coming in at that corner so it can fold in. I'll do the same with the circle. That way they can fold in. Leave you going this way. There we go. Going like that. I should have started heating up my solder gun. This is going to be the fun part. I don't know if I should just get rid of that. There's some... Let's do that outside. Come on, you. There's a little bit of molded plastic that melded over something. it's in the way of the thread. Solder's kind of in the way too. I think I'm starting to get it, but I want to put a towel here because I am dealing with a shiny painted surface. It'd be better off having a towel there, scratching up everything we just did. Fingers are too stubby. You're being a pain. The solder is getting in the way. Should just unsolder the wires and resolder them. So I think what's going on here. There it goes on. Once it gets started, it goes on easy. Probably where we nipped that plastic off, we booted the thread up. But I bet you we won't get it on there like that again. I should have put this in first. There it goes. One thing about these I need to start getting these up higher, but I think these smaller domes I'm just going to start running just a jack out that you plug in, because eventually all these ships I'm going to have in a case where I just hit a switch and they all turns the outlets on that powers them all. So I'm not going to be going in there and turning the switches on anyway, so that's what I've kind of been doing, especially a lot of these smaller ones. But this one I just ended up doing it this way. Oh yeah, should get this going, huh? Alright, so we just gotta solder that back on. And then we can put the ship on. I think we can get this back in there. Hopefully. Without causing any damage. There we go. Is it all the way down? I don't think so. Oh yeah, close enough. It works. Let's see what the ship looks like on it. I still got to do a flat coat. I think that's what I'm going to do. I might try a matte coat on her, but I think I'm going to go with a flat, and then I'll shine up these silver areas just a little. Yeah, because the satin's not bad, but it's still a little, I think, too shiny for me. But let's see what she looks like. I don't have all the wire extended, so. Oh, that's going to look great. I'm liking it. Liking it a lot. Well, we are so close to being done that I can taste it. I got the window makers in the window holes that I drilled and the ones that were back here. I think that's still in there, or did they dry? And nope, I still see. I see window makers. Okay. Yeah, so I got them on these two sides. All the holes are drilled and window makers in. So we will do the flat coat, and then we can get the chrome parts in the little bar and the chrome piece that goes here, and we can put the green pieces in up there and the chrome pieces back here and under there, and then we can say she's done finally. So that was just a quick update on the stand there. The stand looks great. I'm going to get things prepped up to get that hit with a flat coat so it can dry, and then we can get all these chrome pieces put on. So I will see you all soon.